Good morning. It's Monday and I'm about to make breakfast. Do you want to see what I'm having? But then I have a choice. I'm going to show you anyways. Let me ask you something. Do you brush your teeth before eating breakfast or after eating? I brush after. What do you do? Anyway, let's make some breakfast. It's not the most balanced, but I have avocado. Again, it's not ripe, so I'll see. I think I have tomatoes, so let's see what I make. Once you see me just like this, we're gonna go walking. Yeah, so let's go.
Okay, let's go. Let's go.
So come along with me, enjoy the sights, the sounds, and let's take this walk together. And while I'm walking up this hill, which is no joke by the way, I started thinking about dating and how my perspective on it has changed over the years. In my 20s, it was fun. Even though I was already a mother, I was still figuring out the dating scene and learning a lot about myself along the way. Then my 30s came, and honestly, I thought by then I would have met the one. You know how we all kind of have that timeline in our heads? I told myself maybe by 35, but 35 came, and then every year after that, I found myself moving the goal posts. Not, no, that's not to say that I didn't meet men along the way. I did. But the real question for me became, and honestly, it still is, what am I willing to sacrifice for the sake of a relationship or marriage? Because at this stage of my life, I realize that relationships always will require some sort of compromise. But there's a difference between compromise and losing parts of yourself just to make something work. You know what I mean? And that brings me to one of my deal breakers when it comes to dating now. And that is, I do not want to date men with children who are 13 and under. And let me just say, I'm not saying that to be mean, I'm just being realistic. When someone has small children, things happen. Picnic gets sick, the other parent for some reason has something going on, school activities pop up, sometimes PTA, well that doesn't pop up, but things happen and there might be an emergency meeting or the child gets sick in school. Things just happen when you have small children. And naturally, I would think as a parent, that would come first. But the reality is, when you're dating someone in that situation, you have to understand that you're probably going to be somewhere down on the list of priority. And that's just the truth. Now, if someone has older children, 18 and over, that doesn't automatically mean like I become number one, but life is a lot more flexible. Older children are more independent. You can plan things. Like I could plan things more easily. I can travel. I can be spontaneous. And if I know something, and if you know anything about me, sorry, you will know I love not a little, but I love a lot of freedom. I like getting up and trying new things. I like exploring. I just like being spontaneous. I don't know how to say that word. So normally I avoid situations where someone has small pickings, yeah. But against my better judgment, I decided to entertain this gentleman who has a child. She's probably 9 or 10. I honestly don't know now. And I remember telling my friend about it. And I was telling her that my qualm about the situation is he has a small child. And she was like, 9 is not really small, or 10 is not really small. So, I said, let me not be so rigid and be a bit more open minded and try it. This man, he talked a good game. You would swear he's the most patient, most loving, most kindest person. He said all the right things. I could call him and he would be there at the drop of a hat. I ain't gonna lie. That part really felt good. Is that dead end? But there are also things I noticed. For one, he did not have the flexibility like I did. So it was always a planning if we had to go somewhere. And the other things I started noticing, like his lack of openness. And for me, communication and openness are important. But openness isn't only about communication, in case you didn't know. It's also about being open to life, to new experiences, and to trying things in general. Mind you, I'm not asking anyone to come and bear their deepest, darkest secrets to me at all. But I do require some level of emotional vulnerability. Because I can be the only one talking, sharing myself, while the other person just shuts down and has nothing to say. And openness also shows up in other ways. For example, like if I say, let's go karaoke, immediate shutdown. I can't sing, so I'm not going to no karaoke. Or if there's a song, I was like, let's try low one too. And if you know me, I had to left. But I don't care. I'm a dance. I'm a dance like no one's watching. He's like, oh, he can't dance. And I remember one day we were talking about some show, and Marshall was supposed to be the headliner. And if you know me again, you know I'm a big Marshall fan. And the man come to sing this. Oh, you want to go sing something on the big truck, mama? Oh, why not behind the big truck? I was like, huh? That song is so old. Marshall would have done so many other songs since that time. And nothing per se is wrong with liking old music. But the point I'm making is that I try to enjoy things. I try to enjoy, I enjoy experiencing life. I enjoy being a little spontaneous. And this is where the openness comes back again. It's like some people, they know something from 1990 and that is all they know, and they're not willing to learn anything. Okay. And if someone isn't open, eventually it's good for me. It's going to feel like I'm trying to pull them into life instead of sharing life together. Now, I would consider myself some sort or a sort of a free spirit, and age has not taken that away from me. So I still like to get up. I like to go places I don't know where I'm going, but I have the general idea of where the place is. And I would like to let's just do this today. I need somebody who has that sort of flexibility. And sometimes when men or women, when adults, when our lives revolve around our children, they just do not have that type of flexibility. And again, that's nobody's fault. That is just the reality. I mean, to be honest, I was the one who decided to still entertain, right? Now, in my 40s, I'm just 40, okay? Not like 45 and some, just 40. I can say I have things figured out, obviously. But what I do know now is this. If I see you, I like you, and there are things that just does not sit well with me, I'm not sticking around hoping to change it. After all, me no Jesus, and I cannot turn water into wine. I have also stopped dating based on potential. I need someone who comes emotionally mature and who knows what they want. Of course, none of us are perfect, but we must have a foundation. So there must already be the honesty, the ability to communicate. You must have emotional maturity, and there should be some level of vulnerability. Then we can actually build something that has the ability to stand. But if there is no foundation, there's nothing to build on. So I am here climbing this hill, catching my breath, reflecting on life a little bit. And honestly, sometimes figuring out dating is harder than climbing this hill. But at least with this hill, I know exactly what I'm dealing with. And guess what? The cows made it up before me.
Hey,
This is the end.
yeah.
I'm thirsty. And my chest, my heart beating up my chest too. Can you believe it? This was a walk and then some. But it's windy and nice, eh? It's windy and nice up here.
No, not a difficult walk.
It is.
It is not a difficult walk yet, but if you're in condition,